Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. As many of you guys, a lot of you guys started following because we shared my Sjogrens and Ra rheumatoid arthritis video, and then we did an update one. I figured I'd do a new updated one. It's been about maybe 2 years because last time I did a video, I wasn't even pregnant yet and my daughter's about to be 1. So here's your very awaited update video. So let's start off with what's Sjogren's and what's RA and what's going on with that. For those of you that are like, what's going on? So long story short, I was initially diagnosed with Sjogren's and rheumatoid arthritis years ago. When I figured out I had it, I was on my way back from India from a trip, and I think my immune system just completely hit like a dead end. So when I came back, I literally felt like I was having like a heart attack. I felt like I couldn't breathe, and then it just spiraled out of control. My joints since then are much better. We'll go into more details about that, but literally I couldn't even open the knob of my door to go to work. I just felt this exhaustion just beyond anything I ever experienced in my life. So that's what kind of did the red flag. Went to the doctors, they couldn't figure it out. I had a panic attack. That's what they were diagnosing me with, and I was like, absolutely not. Like, my fingers are going crooked here, they're like literally inflamed, like there's something more. So became my own health advocate, and by the grace of God, there was a doctor who was like, you're too young to have this, like something else is going on. He did all kinds of different tests. He did an eye test, for eye moisture, saliva, like he just did all these other tests, and sure enough, Sjogren's and rheumatoid arthritis is what came up. And these are autoimmune diseases. Sjogren's attacks your moisture producing glands, so that being like your mouth, your skin, your eyes. So it affects everything, right? And then RA, it's rheumatoid arthritis, which affects the joints. So long story short and fast forwarding, we went plant-based, and this was a game changer. The minute I decided to do this, and the minute I took it serious, because I was a Korean barbecue connoisseur, the minute I took it serious, life changed for us. And so how I was introduced to it, really, or how it all started, my husband for a while had been saying like, let's eat less meat, and I was like, no, I like my Korean barbecue, like let's not. So I kind of fought it. But a coworker of mine said, hey, my brother has, I don't even remember what his brother had going on, but he said, he went to the Dr. Sebi's clinic. You should check it out. You look like you're pretty miserable. You look pretty exhausted. You look like desperate at this point. And so you should check it out. So we did. And so essentially what Dr. Sebi office here in LA, back when I went, they kind of ask you what's going on. And at this point I already had my diagnosis, so that's what helped. And I was like, this is what I was diagnosed with, like what do I do with this? And so they put you on a plant-based diet, but it's not just any plant-based diet. It is like a nutrient dense plant-based diet. And so they broke down as to what exactly you could eat only, because yeah, I could go vegan and I can eat certain foods, but a lot of stuff is like, it's just genetically modified, it has pesticides, it has this, it has that. So what they do is just, they take you back to your roots. So I started eating like as green, as like nutrient dense as possible. They also gave you like bromide, I want to say turmeric, but like really potent forms. It was gross, I'm not gonna lie. Like I was just like, oh, here we go. But me sticking to that and me making that change and just giving up a dairy, giving up eggs, giving up meat, giving up just pretty much everything. Like I just gave it all up because I was desperate. Like I felt like poop all the time. So I gave it up and life changed for us. It's like in 3 weeks of us taking it serious, and I say us because my husband's the MVP and he did the diet with me and he supported me through it, which made it easier. It was just life-changing. And so they give you a list, and if you Google this, the Dr. Sebi PDF diet, you'll find it for free online. It's nothing that's a secret. At first I was like, where am I going to find that? But if you pay attention, a lot of the grocery stores do have a lot of the things that are on the list. So we did that. So that completely like shifted, like at least I can move my fingers now. And it was like sort of, I was working backwards, right? And so then I came across Dr. Goldner, which I talked about in my last video, which Love her, love her, love her. If you Google goodbye Dr. Goodbye Lupus, I think, but Brooke Goldner's her name. She does free webinars all the time. She's so passionate about it. She used to have lupus herself, which is another autoimmune disease. And she just teaches you about nutrition and what your body really needs. And if you buy her books, which they're like $6, like the back of the books they have recipes of what, she's like, hey, if you just really have no idea what it means to eat like nutrient dense diet, like eat these things. So there's so many resources out there. It's just kind of up to us to just kind of take the lead and really go for it and just really apply it. So that's big. Like that's, I want to say, the big bulk of it. Still eating the same. I'm not necessarily on a strict nutrient dense diet, if you will, like I was with the Dr. Sebi diet. And when I consulted with Goldner, I was pregnant already. So I forgot to mention that. I did have a consultation with her. She does like rapid programs, which are like a little less expensive. But I was like, you know what? I'm pregnant. I don't want to be like not eating enough. I don't know. I just was like, I want to do it on my terms. I'm pregnant. Like, just give me one-on-one attention. So I did that with her. And so, yeah, we had to sit down. We had a FaceTime call. It was awesome. So personable. She's just amazing. I absolutely love her. I'm not getting paid for this. Like, she's a life changer. Like, she doesn't have to do these free webinars, which that's where I learned a lot of the information from, but she does because she's so passionate and she wants everyone to get healthy. And right now there's like an epidemic of autoimmune diseases that are sprouting up because sadly our guts weren't nurtured when we were little. Like we were eating McDonald's and chips and hot Cheetos and this and that. And so not having the best diets growing up just kind of set the tone. And then now stuff is starting to come up. So that's why I went with her. I had a consultation over the phone. She said I would add this much, green juices, this much, So during my pregnancy, I wanted to stay the healthiest possible. So what I did was we were implementing the green juices, we were implementing water, we were implementing like a no stress environment. That's big. And even now, like now that my daughter's about to be 1, when I'm stressed, when I'm tired, I can feel it. Like my husband, if he sees me going like this, like, and it's like a little bit of a tension, like I feel it. So it's not even just all diet or all just not being stressed or all drinking water. It's like a combination. Like everything has to be in sync and like your body's gonna feel it. But nothing has ever gone back to what it used to be. Like I've never been in pain like I used to be. My fingers, like I'll feel a little bit, but it's like 10% of, what I used to feel of pain. Skin's been great. Coconut oil. I changed lifestyle when I went plant-based. I started looking for clean makeup lines. I started looking for clean just skincare, drinking water, like a lot of water throughout the day. You gotta make a change because yeah, you could be eating great, but if you're putting like toxic chemicals into your face and that just goes into your stream, like as it is, your immune system's trying to fend for itself. So just doing a lot of that, just bringing it back, a lot of just mindset, really. If you want to become a victim to this, you totally can. But if you want to beat this and not let this like dictate how your life is going to go, then so be it too. Like you can be right both ways. So a lot of the mindset and taking responsibility, you know what I mean? Because I mentioned this in the last video. I went plant-based and then my birthday came around and I was like, well, just one time I'm going to go to Korean barbecue. And I paid the price for that. Like a week in bed again. Like I was like, I'm never having like, there's no reason why I would want to live life feeling like this. So we get to just take responsibility. Going back to the pregnancy, when I got pregnant, my doctor was almost like, oh my, like you're pregnant. And I was like, yeah, like we've been trying. He's like, okay, well, we're gonna have to really monitor your RA. So I was already like bumped up to high risk because of the Sjogrens and the RA. So I was like, that's fine. So they decided to do my blood work just to see where I was at. By the grace of God, I tested, like he was just so confused. He was like, so they did my blood work again, and then he's like, okay, well, it looks like for Sjogren's it's coming up mildly, like there's some inflammation still there, but for the RA he's like, there's nothing. And then he's like, well, like, so he kind of was like, go see the RA specialist, which is a rheumatoid arthritis who treats like anything with Sjogrens and RA. So I went to go see her, and she's very dismissive. You know, a lot of doctors, I don't know, for whatever reason, I was like, yeah, I went plant-based, I'm feeling so much better and this and that. She's like, yeah, maybe you just never had it. And I was like, okay, my labs totally says I did, but now I don't. Like, whatever, it is what it is. And so she's like, you know, when women with Sjogren's and RA get pregnant, it can get really, really bad. So we need to watch you. So they had me going in every, I want to say like twice a month, just to go see her. And then in addition to my, like, you know, regular pregnancy checkups. And you guys, I had just a great pregnancy. I really can't say like, oh, something like got triggered. Like not one time did I have like any salivary gland like flare up. I actually haven't had one. Okay, yeah, I haven't had one. So that's really good because those are painful. I didn't have anything at all. The only thing that came up, and I don't know that it has anything to do with Sjogren's, I'm tiny, I'm 4'11", so I don't think I'm gonna deliver a big giant baby. Like, it's just literally like, I'm tiny, I'm petite. So, my baby was, I think like at month 7, 8, we went for like a scan, and it was a little like scary because she didn't want to tell us what was going on. But long story short, we were diagnosed with intrauterine growth restriction, IUGR. So they're like, oh, you know, like it could be that because you have an autoimmune disease, like you're not giving your baby enough nutrients, we're gonna have to. So I was going to the doctor twice a week for the remainder of like the 2 months that I was pregnant. So that was a little scary, but I resorted to, you know, just amping up like my calorie intake. I consulted with an herbalist as well as a acupuncturist, and they helped me with giving me like pressure points on acupuncture points, I'm sorry, on like to treat the IUGR. And yeah, my baby was born at 5 pounds, but again, guys, I'm tiny. Like, I don't think I was gonna give, like, I was stretched out as far, I think, as I could go. So that was the only like bump in the road, if you will. But other than that, I had an amazing pregnancy. You know, delivery was great. Like, bumps in the road here and there, but nothing that it was because I had Sjogren's. So don't let the idea that, oh, you have Sjogren's, you have RA, you have an autoimmune disease, like it's all downhill from there. Not necessarily. Like, I chose that not to be my experience, and that was not my experience. I make sure just to really get it together with like my nutrients, my smoothies. I was like on track. Did I hate smoothies at one point? Absolutely. Like during my pregnancy, I remember I was like, oh, like I would just the thought of smoothies, just because I had to drink them so often. But yeah, other than that, pregnancy went fine. So don't let that be a downer, if you will. Like, you get to make your own, you know, journey and just be mindful. And yeah, like, so I just decided I'm gonna really get myself super healthy before I get pregnant, and that's what we did. We set like a nice base and just built on that, and baby girl is nice and big. Same diet, we're having a plant-based diet, still using the eye drops. That's the one thing that when I wake up from sleeping, like a night sleep, my eyes are still like, I feel like I have sand in them. But once I just do one, I use them just for that. I keep them next to my bedside, and then I'll carry one in my purse just in case we're going to the movies and I have to be like looking at stuff afar, then my eyes get a little dry, but nothing crazy. I'm using this gum. My dentist, absolutely love her. She said, go ahead and start taking gum that's not only sugar-free, but has xylitol in it. So xylitol's good. I did amp up my visits to the dentist. So, you know, just to keep my teeth together, because as you know, you can get more cavities, you're more prone to that because of the like non-saliva production. But yeah, I mean, other than that, we're good. I'm feeling good. I'm good. My energy levels are good, considering new mom. Do I take any of the medicine? No. Since I shared that video when I was having the last update video, I was having like a mild, or I don't know if I was getting over it, but that was the last time I had a salivary gland like pop out. So that's why I was taking that medicine, but it was just for that. Never did I take anything like religiously for RA or Sjogren's. I chose not to. I chose to do a more holistic approach, and that worked for me. Vitamins. So, right, I've always been a big believer in taking probiotics. Probiotics are just amazing for just your gut health, and everything starts with your gut. Like your gut feeds everything else. So, for me, I take prenatals and a good probiotic, as well as I supplement with ginger turmeric teas. I either make it at home or we go buy like shots all the time, and then I make my own elderberry syrup as well to just, we're during the coronavirus right now, we're quarantined, so we get to stay healthy. So I'm big in making my own medicine for my family. So I make my own elderberry syrups, I make my own like ginger turmeric teas. We can make a whole video just on that. But yeah, just supplementing your immune system, I think, is big. I'm doing a lot of wellness practices. So what does that look like? You know, for you, whoever it is you believe in, the universe, a greater creator, God, whatever it is you want to call, just have a deeper connection to that. Ground. For me, grounding has been big. I started gardening and just touching soil, like stepping your feet on actual grass. Like, not only does it feel amazing and you'll feel it a drastic change in just your energy, but it's actually scientific if you look it up. Like if we carry, I believe it's positive ions and earth has negative, or vice versa. But yeah, like for me, grounding has been amazing. I love like gardening and just being out there. It just brings me peace. And a lot of the times I think we're so used to the hustle and bustle that we forget. And so this brings us back to our roots and just centers us. And it's a moment for yourself to just connect with earth. So that's been big for me. Other than that, I don't know if you guys have any other questions. The only ones I wrote were if you guys, I was taking any of those, medicine. I'm not on medicine at all. Like, what do you take to supplement? I already told you guys. What other things are you doing? Oh yeah, we have a sauna. That was my push present, meaning like when I had a baby, my husband gifted me something. I'm not into purses, I'm not into shoes, I'm not into clothes like that, but I was like, I want a sauna. So I have a sauna, so I've been using that, and that's been just amazing. Also great for me to just sit there and be with myself. Attitude. Oh yeah, attitude is big. You choose whether you're going to be victim of this or you're going to, you know, make moves and take control over your life. It may sound almost like harsh, but that's the reality of it. I chose not to, you know, have to take pills for the rest of my life. Did I have to make sacrifices and go on a plant-based diet and not eat certain things? Yeah, but I feel amazing. And so the exchange is like a no-brainer for me. That's what worked out. My green juices, like I said, my green smoothies, I have a video that just like breaks down my green smoothies that like till the day we still drink them. My daughter just started having solids at 6 months, right? And just recently we've been giving her green smoothies with her little sippy cup, and she's all about it. She absolutely loves it. So it's a win-win for us. My blood work, like I said, there's a lot of questions about that. The RA already came back negative, so I never had it. But some of my paperwork says like that was my diagnosis. And then for Sjogren's, it's still coming up a little bit, but very minor. So that's pretty much it, you guys. That is my update. If you guys have any other questions, if I miss anything, go ahead and leave it in the comments, or any other question that you guys may have. I don't know. I just kind of babbled here, but in a nutshell, that's what's going on. Feeling so much better. This doesn't have to like rob you of experiences of your life. Like, just make adjustments and you'll see it. What else? I think that's it. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'll be making more of these. I'll share with you guys more recipes, more of my how I make my supplements at home. And yeah, thanks for watching. Also, real quick, give me ideas of what types of videos you guys want to see. If you guys want me to do more, do you want me to go like break down like my pregnancy experience with having an autoimmune disease and how I navigated those waters, you know, my supplement making ones. If you guys don't already follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm like more on the daily. I even have little highlights that I've saved. How do I make my elderberries? But that's why I wanted to do or start using this platform again, is to keep content more organized, and I could just make a video of like how I make my elderberry and why, and how I make my ginger turmeric teas at home, and and what works for me. And I think this is a much better platform for that. So yeah, go ahead and leave me your ideas of what will be helpful, what would support you in your journey down below. Ask whatever it is you want me to film, or what videos you guys would like to see. So yeah, just go ahead and leave that below. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit like, and let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see. Bye.